Hello everyone, and this is Fwipp, here again on the Kryptocraft server. Today, we're going to be looking at some genetic modification. And the main thing that keeps me from getting very far in it right now is that I need royal jelly to make empty serum vials. Other than that though, let's go. I've built myself a secret area under my house. It's not really secret, but it is the genetic laboratory. I'm going to explain what all these machines are. This is the Genepool. All you need to do is put your access bees, like all these ones that have been breeding from my auto bee things outside. They were built solely to create combs, so all these extra bees are but byproduct. This Genepool will crush the bees into liquid DNA, which is pumped directly into this giant iron tank. As you can see, there's a lot to go. Kind of cool, actually. Pretty and very sparkly. I like it. It is the scent of science and the soup of discovery. Now then, there are only 3 machines that actually need liquid DNA. I'm going to get to those. Another thing that you need to use when you crunch down your bees. So let's take these out. I actually need them. Actually, I don't, because what I need right now is specific bee aspects. You need to make an Isolator. And what this will do with your empty serum vials, well, it will crunch down your bee into something very random. You can then take your empty serum vials and smelt them to turn them back if they turn out to be something that you don't want. As you can see, this actually takes a lot of power, while the Genepool itself does take a significant chunk of power. At the very least, it stays charged as it's working, basically. This one seems to need even more power, draining its internal storage. See, it just gave me a no temperature tolerance serum. It did crunch that Valiant drone that I had, but obviously, a serum that I could put into a bee that gives me no temperature tolerance isn't very useful to me. Except it will be, because I have a very important test to make. Now, I have plenty of bees stored up here. Plenty indeed. So what are we going to test it on? Perhaps a common bee? Perhaps a common cultivated one. Yes, you seem very, very simple. Very simple indeed. No temperature tolerance serum. So what you do with your serums is you have these 2 machines. The Synthesizer and the Purifier. What the Synthesizer does is I take this, which of course has no charges whatsoever, and very gradually, I believe, this machine will take the liquid DNA and quite a bit of charge and start charging this serum. Interesting. So, in a moment, let's see how much power this takes. Now, all these things are regulated upstairs with redstone energy cells. So, let's see here. Maybe 15 MJs per tick? Maybe that will help speed up the process of filling my machines. There are quite a few machines it has to go through. All of them are located down here. Like the Inoculator, which we're going to use once the Synthesizer is finished. Oh, that's what happened. It drained all of my liquid DNA. Easily fixed. Liquiducts work extremely well for this purpose. I'll turn them off. Let's see what we've got going on now. 1 charge. That's it. Average quality. It also ran completely out of juice. Very curious. What if I changed the voltage to 20 MJs per tick? Would that help it charge up? You see, under my floor right here, as you can tell, the redstone energy circuit powers all the machines. But it's got to go through them all in turn, so maybe 20... maybe 40 MJs per tick. I don't care right now. I just want these things to charge. I don't think I have a very good system running, because this is still at 0% charged. It's got to go through the Purifier and the Acclimatizer, which of course is doing nothing. The Isolator. I'm very curious. And of course the Genepool is fully charged. Basically. Right? It's not getting any lower. Melts the bees into liquid DNA, automatically goes in the tank. I think I should shut it down. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe the Genepool running at the same time as the other machine means that that's now full, so the power can now go directly into the synthesizer, right? No. What is wrong in this setup that won't let my machines charge? We need more power, Doctor. I cannot accept a world where these machines do not activate. There is water behind this wall, by the way. That's why I can't go through there. I also can't break these machines. Or, well, horrible, horrible things will happen. No, these are set to input. So why are you not charging? Do you need a block update, perhaps? There, that was an update. Enjoy! Nothing. It can accept 1,000 MJs per tick. Oh, but you are working now. Oh, you've been working all along. You just, instead of using the internal storage, are working at that speed. Perfect. Awful quality. Now, at this stage, if I was being smart and I wanted to keep this serum, I would put this into the Purifier, which would use more liquid DNA, and turn this awful quality serum into a good quality serum. And the good quality serum, of course, wouldn't have side effects. Let's see if we can get some side effects by using AB. Here's AB. It goes there. And our bad, no temperature tolerance serum. 5 charges. How will it work? Does it work? Can't inoculate current B. Oh, I see. My issue is that I'm trying to inoculate a bee with something it already has. That makes sense. Well, I'll demonstrate here that your serum, no matter what sort it is, can be smelted right back into empty serum vials. That way, you only need to have as many serum vials as you want to keep. For example, I have a few here. Let's see. Valiant species serum, Industrious species serum, and Ebony species serum. Interesting enough. Sure. Why don't we take Industrious species serum? Try to change the species should be extremely difficult to do. Right? That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. So, let's synthesize this thing up. Alright, so let's look in our chests for some rocky drones that we can use. So we'll just put those through the analyzer. One thing that I really want to use is if I can get what's known as the nocturnal ability, making your bees be able to activate at night. I'm going to tell you a secret, guys. Before recording this episode, I recorded another where I completed one of my secret prank projects. Of course, I can't put it up until the victim puts up his reaction, and perhaps... Oh no, this is bad. Anyway, I really look forward to what happens there. But interestingly enough, these rocky drones have been bred too much. They've lost their nocturnal ability. And that nocturnal ability is what I seek right now. I think the top chests are where I find the rocky drones that should be pure, found from hives, and not ones that I've gotten through breeding. Let's see here. Yes, none of these ones are actually useful to me. No, that's not good. Rocky cultivated, rocky common. What pathetic bees are you that lack your natural talents? Pure drones, however, seem to have them. Fruity drones, for example. This seems to have the nocturnal ability. Perhaps we can put that through the system. Isolator, that's what I need. Okay. Cut me up a bee into tiny, tiny pieces, please. Yes, tiny pieces of greatness that I may use in my best secret genetically modified plans. This will only take a few minutes, but in that time, my evil brainstorming very much enjoys it. Now, come on, I need a nocturnal species serum. Right off the bat, this is exactly what I need. Let's kill 2 bees with 1 stone. I need the nocturnal serum synthesized, obviously. Let's try to use the inoculator to turn this regular, common cultivated bee into an industrious bee with the inoculator. It's only poor quality. Maybe this isn't good enough. Maybe I need an awful quality to really get the secret thing. Here's the deal. I read in my research that bee serums have side effects if you use them when they have awful quality. Effect cancellation serum is not useful to me at all. Oh boy, if I keep doing it this way, it'll go on forever. Anyway, we might as well smelt this, but nocturnal, this is very specifically good. Very specifically good. Oh, it's amazing. That's the key component for my ingenious design. Some of the other ones that I need to get, I may have to travel to the end for, and find some hives there. Meanwhile, most of these rocky drones absolutely suck and are just going to get shoved back into the indexer. You are no use to me, bees. Not until I can isolate your talents for my own nefarious purposes. Okay, synthesize me up something. What do we got there? 6 charges. Do you still need a block update? No, it runs on its own, obviously. I don't quite understand why it takes so long, or it doesn't show me the progress bar. It might be because it's still attempting to charge the other machines, but at 40 megajoules per tick, shouldn't it be charging more? That is specifically what I need. I don't know yet if the inoculator needs more than 1 there we go. Keep going. Please keep going. No serum. Now it's able to charge. Good, 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 good. So if I put you in now, it drains all the power. Okay, there's 1 bar underneath that's filling up. And then it fills up the top of the bar. That's very unique, isn't it? I haven't seen this before. Here goes. Synthesize me up something special. That is certainly what I want to see. Come on, awful quality. No, still poor quality. What determines poor or awful quality? Because we've already seen that the temperature tolerance... I don't think I kept that one, though. Didn't I burn it? I think I burned it. Rats. That was my good test. I should have used it as a quality control. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. Come on, I don't even really want more industrious bees. I just want to see if I can get this bee to have one of those negative qualities, because I've heard that they can give things, basically, as bad as if it was a MindCrack destabilized age, such as lightning effects or hunger debuffs. That is what I'm really interested in. You know what? I'm sick of using all my energy. I'm shoving this in the isolator. No matter what happens, this better work. Alright, so, how do I know it's running? It's draining very slowly. There's no visual cue on the screen right now to show me that the bee is being inoculated. Oh. Okay, maybe it is. There goes the DNA. The liquid DNA that is inside the industrious species serum, of course, which is one main reason why the Genepool is so necessary, and crunching my excess bees becomes lucrative. Alright. Are you ready for this? It's only halfway done. I don't want to run any other machine right now for fear of it failing. But I do know that that natural species serum does need some charges. Oh, does it need some charges. Okay. I might as well wait here and see what the result is of this poor quality industrious species. Maybe it'll turn into something else. Some sort of byproduct. Maybe it won't become a full industrious species bee. Now again, this is a cultivated, common drone. Slower worker, short life. Normal temperature, humidity, and flowers. What will it result? My current guess is that it's going to result simply in an industrious bee. That's it. Probably plain. I probably haven't hit any of the key chances for it to have a slight error. But this will at least prove, if it works without any debuffs, that the Purifier is actually unnecessary. Which would be very interesting indeed. Because I would hope that a machine that takes... Let's see if we can find it. It took a lot to build all these machines, really. Purifier itself, yes, took 3 gas tiers. That's not cheap to find. Although, since I was able to find plenty of gas tiers inside the tower, it turned it into a cultivated drone. Cultivated industrious. Very well. Very well. It's going to take more than one shot to inoculate this bee into something else, apparently. I quite like that. Oh god! I accidentally broke the synthesizer. How did that even happen? Oh, that's terrible. I need that synthesizer back. That is my key item. Darn it, can't get through the wall. There's only one solution. Portable hole. I need you. I haven't actually needed this in a while. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. Don't get trapped in the wall. There we go. Interesting. The portable hole destroys torches on walls that you remove. Why am I... How am I missing my armor and I'm now wearing stone? When did that happen? I had a jetpack. Where in the bloody heck did that happen? That's bad. My jetpack's back. Okay. Alright, we've achieved a little bit of progress. I've now put a common drone, common modest, slower worker, short life, normal, flowers, nocturnal, into the inoculator with the exact same serum. Now, the cultivated drone that we tried to inoculate has a little negative after its name. This is exactly what we've been after. However, if we look at it in the Beealyzer, you'll notice its effect that is inactive, which just means that its trait will probably get defeated by another bee, is zombies. That's right, this bee will possibly, when added with a princess, spawn zombies in the immediate area. I've never even seen that ability in bees before. Now, the other really useful trait is that it will create pollen and stringy combs. So it does have uses to inoculate a bee. But these chaotic things are something I want to pull out in my bees, isolate with the Isolator, and then continue. So this one is about to inoculate the common bee into something, and I really hope that it too gives the negative effect. I'm going to need to amp up the redstone energy conduit again, unfortunately. It's taking up so much power, it drained the battery nearly completely, as you can notice. It's still taking ridiculous amounts of power right now. But every mad scientist needs to accept some losses. For example, power drain. That's fine. Come on, just finish my beautiful bee up, and we will see what we have. Yes, I'm choosing a common modest hybrid simply because... Oh my! Industrious drone, industrious modest hybrid. It's also nocturnal. This could be quite useful. Does it have any weird inactive effects right now? No, it likes cacti and flowers. It can live in hot environments. It has lost the common trait altogether. Interesting. What happens if I further inoculate this bee? I cannot, because it is already an industrious bee. Very useful. Very, very, very interesting. Yes, sir. This is grand. Let's fill up the steam engines. I have some power to use tonight, everybody. Alright, everyone. We've made some progress with our bee genetics. I have 2 very interesting bees. A majestic princess, which has, for its effect, zombies. And a noble drone, which has, as its effect, creepers. I don't know what this does, and for my better judgment, I am going to breed them. Which effect will stick around? Which will not? I don't know. I haven't the foggiest idea of what this might actually do. But since it needs lily pads, putting it in the middle of this ocean could in fact be good. I just don't want it to blow up the apiary. If it blows itself up, I've got problems. However, we can have a quick look at this in the Beealyzer before all hell breaks loose. So let's see what we've got here. Maybe this means that it would be better to inoculate the queen herself ahead of time. However, she does still have... Oh, it's still glitching a bit. Okay, no, it says it does zombie effect. It needs lily pads. Okay. What does zombie effect even mean? Does that mean that it will, later on, its offspring will have creeper effect? Very curious. Now this one just needs lily pads. Oh no, the sun's going down. Oh, if it gets dark, it won't be able to activate, and I won't be able to see if it causes zombies. That would be great. Very interesting. Because, technically, does that mean that you could use a zombie spawning bee in place of, say, a zombie spawner? And if that's true, could I then use bees to charge a soul shard? That would be very interesting. So, everyone, as a bit of a follow-up, I realize now that when it has a negative, that means that as soon as it breeds, that bee dies. And I mean, you don't get it back as a drone after the bee explodes. So that means that if you inoculate your bees, and especially if you inoculate princesses and queens, you're very slowly going to run out of princesses. And you know what? You don't get infinite princesses in this game. In fact, princesses are the one thing that really determines how many bees you're going to have. Scary thought, isn't it? Unless you can somehow manufacture more princesses, inoculating bees is going to put you at a very big disadvantage. So I'm not entirely sure of how good this process is. I mean, sure, I might be able to create a drone with really good qualities, but as you saw a while ago, mating a drone with a negative and a princess with with no negative gives you both a princess and a drone with a negative. So the next generation will just die immediately. Now, I don't know if there's like some sort of stabilizer that removes negatives from bees, or what the next step is supposed to be, but it seems like this inoculation thing isn't working very well. In fact, my backup plan, which simply was take a bee, give it a creeper effect, for example, and then isolate that effect. I mean, that would be pretty hard to do, to get a creeper serum, for example. But the problem is, even if I did that, inoculating the creeper effect would invariably kill off that beeline as well. So, I'm at a bit of a loss. I am wholly unable to see what I can do to make my genetic plans work or even be slightly feasible, outside of perhaps creating something ridiculous for like a very short span of time, which of course is not sustainable in the least if it kills off your princesses too. Those are the most necessary parts. Well, other than that, I'm going to keep exploring what to do, but apparently that is a dead end until I can figure out a way to make inoculated bees keep their traits to the next generation, or at least keep them growing. I'm going to have some very difficult times trying to sustain the biological warfare angle. Well, friends, I've been testing quite a bit, and there's a few things that I've learned. For starters, when you use the Isolator, it feels like the bee has a 1 in 5 chance of dying. Sometimes you'll have a bee that will die immediately, and it's never gone past 5 isolations for me. The bees always died at either the 5th or before that. I don't know if there's code somewhere to confirm this or not, but that's what it feels like. And then, when it comes to inoculation, it feels like every 1 out of 3, there's a chance for the drone to get that negative symbol. And it seems like there's a very big chance of it getting it if you're straight up changing its entire species. Like, if you're just changing it so it'll be like a cultivated Imperial hybrid and not a full Imperial, you might get a bee that doesn't have that negative. For example, in this chest, here's a common imperial that doesn't have a negative, right? You know, and here's a full one that does, and here's another full one that does. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you guys is that my plan of using awful serums to give my bees the negative effects, and then isolating them and putting it into something so that I can specifically genetically engineer bee bombs, basically, that have special effects? Well, my friends, it took a while. It costed a lot of energy, and quite a few bees, to be honest, but I believe this proves... Where is it? I've got the nocturnal serum so that it'll happen all the time, and I do have the proof that it works. I put it into the Purifier. Let's see if it's done. Meteor effect serum. That's right. I managed to get this. Now, because when you put an awful serum into a bee to give it a negative effect, it's a random chance of a random negative effect. It came up poison, it came up creeper, it came up zombie. I wasn't able to isolate that every single time, but I got lucky. We've got meteor effect serum. Yes, that means I can put it into any bee I want without it becoming one that dies, possibly, because I was able to purify it. Now the thing is, I don't actually know what it does. My research so far, just reading on the internet, has told me that perhaps it's an ability that causes fireballs to rain from the sky. There's one personal account of it burning down their roof. So, seeing as my bee business here is in, like, the weirdest ramshackle forest I've ever created, I can't test it here. I would burn down my entire woodland, first of all. It'd be horrible. Anyway, what's in the future? Obviously, those kinds of tests to see if the meteor effect actually works, because I had no results from the zombie serum. Unless it's very low chance to spawn a zombie, which would mean bees are not an alternative for spawners. But hey, good to know, right? Let's see what we got going on here. Water princess, river drone. I'm trying to get an ocean drone because that might, I don't know, give me something special. Everything else here seems to be working on its own. Yes. Oh, wait, what is this? Noble Queen. No, that's wrong. That was supposed to be tropical. I guess it's split up, did it? Darn, yes, I need to get more silky combs, because the thing that's gonna make it perfect is if I isolate the ender gene, wearing Apiarist suit would mean I don't take damage from bees, which would mean I could have my entire house basically in a bee wasteland of my own design, and yet if I'm wearing armor, I'm invincible from it. Specifically, just that. I believe Apiarist clothes don't protect you from any other forms of damage. Regardless, I'll just take these way too many droney drones. Yes, here we go. Analyze them up and chuck them back into my gene pool for more liquid DNA. I really like that. I'm getting the combs I need, specifically, at the same time that I get the bees that I need just for raw DNA. Grab those combs, actually. I should let the fruity ones stay there and get up to more speed. Let's show you that other area of the house I just built. I'm really looking forward to what I can do with these genes. I'm gonna have to trade Hannibal something because, for some reason, he's got basically all the other ender bees. And, well, I gave Lesquatch the only ender queen I had. That's fine, though. Maybe we can borrow his dragon egg to breed more ender bees so that we can have infinite of those, basically. All I need is the ender serum or the ender bee species serum, and then I'll have what I need. Anyway, with those combs, basically I centrifuge them. I come down here next to my ocean view thing. Warded glass. It's nice. You can actually basically see through liquid. That is so cool, right? I'm underwater, but you don't even know. Down here we've got the liquid lab, basically. Filling it full of apple juice from my fruity bees, black dye from the ebony ones, green dye from the natural ones, and, well, a tank of liquid honey, because what I need to build is an alveary. Or soul frames, because I cannot get the valiant bees and the steadfast beans, steadfast bees, to give me the heroic line. I don't know, maybe it's only a 1% chance, but I have basically been breeding them for 4 RL days now, and as you can see from my, From this data bank. Nothing. It doesn't say heroic anywhere on this list, does it? You know why not? Because I haven't even gotten a hybrid. Nope, only steadfast, valiant, or valiant steadfast hybrids. No heroic strain bits whatsoever yet. It's horrible. Why won't they grow? I need heroic bees. They have a wonderful effect where they kill other mobs, I believe. I believe the heroic bees actually do that. So I could use it as a home defense against hostile mobs if I can get them. But so far, so not good. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, unless the percentage is just so low that it's just catastrophically difficult. I mean, it's hard enough to find these bees. Valiant bees can only be found randomly in regular hives, so you've got to scour the universe. Steadfast bees can only be found in dungeons. I found... There we go. Yes, see? Still mixing them up. I started off with one steadfast bee. Okay, you wouldn't believe it. Okay, seriously, one steadfast one. Let's go back into my indexer and pull out a steadfast bee for that other princess so that we can keep attempting to breed these things. And those must be done in there now. Yeah, okay. Click here on species. Let's scroll down. I'll show you. It's ridiculous. I started out with one, and this is how many times I have not gotten the right bee. Like, what the heck, bees? Come on. Don't you want to help be responsible for, you know, awesomeness? I know I'm awesome, and it's going great. So, what am I doing wrong? I don't know. I don't know why they don't love me. They should love me. I'm amazing. I'm doing great bee things. And they are not going away. Oh well. Chuck these in the gene pool. I don't even know why I need liquid DNA that much, other than, you know. Purifier. Synthesizer. I don't know what the splicer does. I think there's just something to do with templates. I don't know. I'm missing a few of the higher tier bee machines, I believe. So I'm not quite sure how those work, if they work. It could be fun just to build them and have them around, but I believe this system of inoculation and isolation and synthesization and purification will get me the desired results. Well, everyone, it seems the meteor effect causes random fire spouts, rather than, instead of, like, a bomb falling from the sky. Unfortunately, this is just a bee that causes the surrounding area to burn quite nicely. Very well, I suppose I will let this single bee burn down this entire test village. Actually, on further inspection, the meteor effect is causing small balls of fire to fall from the sky. Very small, they make very tiny fires. I don't know if we can actually catch one falling down on camera, because it's so tiny. Wait, oh, I think I saw one, because it just lit up right there. Were you able to see that? Fire spread is on. Not a lot, though, of course. Interesting. So basically, if I can make a nocturnal bee that has the meteor effect, I will be able to have constant, well, slowly, but constant flames. Did you see that? There's one. There's another one. It's already burned down this village a little bit. Just enough that you can still tell it's a village, and it's still very pretty, and still very on fire. I like it a lot. I might just set one of these things up somewhere and just see how much damage it causes. Maybe even next to one of these giant trees. Wouldn't that be something? Although that much fire spread might lag a bit, I'm willing to take that risk, perhaps. I will see you all later.